Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with your love reading. Spirit, please show me what messages, what guidance. Holy crap. Okay, we're not taking all of those. Sorry, guys. I'm going to put all these back. Wow, they really want to talk today. So somebody here is really needing to speak up. They have all these words, but I think that they're having a really tough time expressing what they need to say. It's like they want to talk about this, but they want to do this. And so all of these things are coming out, and it can be very mismatched almost. It's like they just can't quite get out exactly what they want to say. Or they're not communicating because they don't know exactly how to communicate with you. Spirit, please show me love. Okay, here we go. What do we got? Spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So this is a relationship that goes, this is past life relationships, okay? You guys have come together in so many lifetimes and you've been unable to successfully get it off the ground. And I think that that's why you guys continue to come back in every lifetime to see if you guys can get it right this time. It's the number 27. 27 adds to a 9. 9 is all about perseverance, not giving up, wishes fulfilled. Everything happens for a reason. Some people come into your life to help you learn a lesson, and they will make a real impact on your life, whether it be with a lover, a primary partner, or in a relationship for growth. Spiritual connection is important to you now. This card very gently reminds you to allow the universe to support you. You might be trying to control aspects of your life that are not within your power. When a connection has a spiritual basis, nurture it with love and surrender. Put a situation into the hands of the divine and ask that the outcome be for the highest good of all involved. A situation may be asking you to stretch yourself. Know that you are going to grow and expand during this phase, but try not to lose yourself. Communicate your needs and wants and listen to what is being shared. There it is. You got to communicate your needs. You got to speak up for yourself. Two people look intently into each other's eyes, revealing the deep trust that exists between them. Their gaze exemplifies their strong connection. A cord that seems to originate from their crown chakras connects the two individuals and illustrates their strengthening spiritual bond. Take a moment to consider the unity that exists even when you are at odds with one another. Consider how much can be revealed through love and understanding. Okay, but it goes back to communication, and I think that that's where the two of you guys haven't been able to really connect, is through that communication, especially when I see all the cards flying all over the place and you're unable to get things off the ground. Let me see. What does the moon have to say for the divine masculine? So I'm doing a divine masculine, divine feminine. Let's see if we can get the divine masculine in here today. Wow. Okay, divine masculine, adjustments are required. Adjusting the way that you are, and maybe you're the one that is having a really tough time. Maybe it's the divine masculine that is having a tough time when it comes to communication and their past. Don't let the past hold you back. I feel that with the divine masculine, he's trying to bring into this union. How do I want to say this, Spirit? The way he used to do things from the past, okay? In the past, the divine masculine used to have some type of a way that he communicated or a way that he maneuvered in relationships. But that's why you're still single. Okay, that's why you're still single, is because it's a repetitive pattern for the divine masculine. The divine masculine needs to adjust the way that he has come forward in a relationship, and he has to realize that he's the common denominator of all the rises and falls in his relationship. That this is a spiritual connection unlike any other that he has ever experienced from his past. And I feel like with the divine feminine, she needs communication. She needs, like, she's at another level. And if you're going to come into a union with a divine feminine, you're going to have to come into this completely different than you've ever come into any other relationship, because it won't go anywhere. It'll flail. And then you're right back at ground zero wondering, what the hell? Okay? Divine Feminine. Let's see where the Divine Feminines are at, Spirit. Wow. Oh, whoa. Ooh. Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. So for the Divine Feminine, it's like you're just going to have to go with the flow at this point. That's what this is talking about. And like, while the Divine Masculine is making these adjustments of how he's, maneuvered relationships from the past, there is a spiritual connection between the two of you. There is this bond that will end up at the end, bring the two of you guys together. But nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like the masculine has to make these adjustments in order to come into this union. One more card for the Divine Feminine, since we got two for the Divine Masculine. One more card for Divine Feminine, Spirit. Oh my God, I saw this in my mind's eye earlier. Believe in the impossible. Divine Feminine, just go with the flow right now. Nothing is yet set in stone. Whatever Divine Masculine is coming in for you, whether you know this person or not, you are being prepared for the ultimate bond, the ultimate relationship between you and your masculine. Like I said, regardless of, and maybe that's another thing. Maybe the Divine Masculine is still holding on to a third party. They could be holding on to an exes. We always, I want to be friends with all my exes. Libras are really good at that one. But when you're friends with all your exes, you leave no room for someone new to come in, okay? And it ends up kind of screwing up the bond between you and your new partner, or the partner that you come in, that you're coming into, the new partnership you're coming into, excuse me. Again, I'm having a really tough time communicating whenever I talk about the Divine Masculine. I feel like he's really having a tough time, like, saying what he means, meaning what he says, and maybe even acting on it, okay? So let's get some advice. Let's see where the Divine Masculine and Feminine are. Spirit, please show me. Okay, wow. There it is. I can't even make this up. Release your ex. Divine Masculine, release your exes. Do not let the past hold you back from coming into union with your Divine Feminine. You still have exes from the past, or thoughts of the exes. And maybe for some of the Divine Masculines, they're comparing you to their ex. Okay? That's where they went wrong, because the Divine Feminine is her own entity. She has built herself. She is completely different than anything that you have ever experienced, Divine Masculine. So you need to adjust your scope a little bit. Okay? Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Wow. Okay. So Divine Masculine, yeah, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Love yourself. Maybe that's the problem is, you're wondering why all your exes, have done the things that they've done and why you're back in this same situation. But it's because you keep bringing shit in from the past, Divine Masculine. One more for the Divine Masculine. And that's why you're in separation right now from your Divine Feminine. Okay? I feel that because you haven't been able, for the Divine Masculine, he's not been able to walk away from his past. So he is now in separation from his Divine Feminine. He is unable to come into this spiritual connection with his Divine Feminine because of shit from the past. Divine Feminine, let's see where she's at. Divine Feminine. Spirit, please show me our Divine Feminine. Where is she right now? Because she's over here going, and it's funny because we do have a blue moon this year. We have 2 new moons in Aries. So this is about identity. And Spirit, and the Divine Feminine knows that, listen, I know that nothing is as it seems right now. I am going to continue having faith in my dreams, having faith that I am going to come into union and have a spiritual connection with whoever is meant for me. And it's going to be the one that can step up to the plate, one that is not allowing their past to hold them back, one who is willing to adjust accordingly and, and be the person that she needs him to be. And we do have that blue moon this year. Spirit, please show me the Divine Feminine. Where is the Divine Feminine? Yeah. And I think that she communicated that. Okay? honestly discuss your feelings with one another. And I think that the divine feminine did talk to her divine masculine, and he wasn't willing to make the adjustments that were required. And she ended up walking away because he didn't have any self-respect. And he wasn't respecting her and what she needed and her wishes. Spirit, please show me a divine feminine. Yeah, there was a lot of difference of beliefs as well. Now, whether that's religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs, because that's what this card says, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You guys could have been from both sides, two sides of the tracks. Maybe one of you had a great relationship with their family and the other one did not. Maybe one of you believes in spirituality and the other one believes in religion. Maybe, one of you guys, like, when you had these heart-to-heart conversations, there was almost a blockage in the communication because one person wasn't willing to hear the other person out. And I feel like it's the divine masculine wasn't listening because he's so dogmatic in his belief systems that he was unable to hear what the divine feminine was saying. It went in one ear and out the other. Look at, she's talking and he's not even paying attention. And the divine feminine is like, listen, there is someone out there. I do believe there is someone out there that will listen to what I have to say and is going to actually be able to hear me. Hear me when I communicate. Because that's exactly what this spiritual connection was all about, is communication. And the feminine is good at communication. We think about the mutable signs. Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury, which is about communication. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, a Virgo. Or they could have it in their chart. Sun, Moon, Rising. Spirit will mark for the divine feminine. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring the two of you together. So with this, that's funny too, because that's exactly what I was saying. The feminine knows. She's been communicating with her guides and angels. She's communicating. She's saying, listen, I know if this one over here isn't willing to let go of the past, isn't willing to let go of their exes and separate from like all the bullshit and how you used to run things in the past, regardless, someone is coming in for the feminine. So you may have had to walk away because this was a test. This was a test to see if you're willing to ignore the red flags. Yeah, free yourself. It's time for you to take back control of your life. And I feel like that goes for the both of them. Divine masculine needs to free himself from the past, free himself from the way he has maneuvered relationships in the past. And the feminine, if the two of you guys know who one another is, you had to free yourself from all of this and be willing to sacrifice. See, that's the thing. Sometimes we're not willing to sacrifice for fear of feeling left out, for fear of being forgotten. And I feel like that is a test from the divine feminine. Is in the past she would chase. When the divine masculine would, breadcrumb her or, just they would, give her, flash her a little smile and call her little pet names, she would chase after him. And now she's like, you know what? I'm going to take my hands off the wheel. I know that the divine is going to connect me to whoever I'm supposed to be with, calling in your soulmate. I've put what I want out into the universe, and God forbid I'm going to settle for anything less than what I deserve. That's honorable. Divine masculine. Write it out and keep charging forward. Don't run away just yet. Recognize that all relationships have their ups and downs. The tough times won't last forever. Let love prevail. So I feel like the divine masculine, I almost feel like the divine masculine likes how this divine feminine is. But he doesn't know how to handle it. Divine feminine. Woo. Divine feminine. Keep your emotions in check. If you're hurt or angry, stay calm and be rational. Talk over whatever's bothering you and focus on solving the problem in a logical manner. And again, there's that communication, and we've got the communication again here, heart-to-heart conversations. I feel like the divine feminine is keeping her options open. I think the divine feminine is very passionate about how she feels. Until you or they decide to take things to the next level, it's okay to play the field and get a chance to figure out exactly what you're looking for in a relationship. Keep your options open. You know, if this person over here, this masculine over here, can't figure it out, still dealing with exes, still trying to grow from the past, not really opening up to love and putting it out there, well, then keep your options open. Don't get mad. Burn your blueprint. Don't try to plan your relationship. Allow things to unfold naturally. The universe might have something better. Honor the journey of the unknown. Tell the universe what you want and it'll bring it to you. Divine masculine. Wow. Trust your intuition. Careful not to brush away red flags. That's what I was saying earlier. In a relationship, because red flags do not go away. Trust your intuition. You alone have to make the call. I feel like the divine feminine saw the red flags in the masculine, and their intuition was like, oop, I see red flag. Like, I remember this situation from my past. And I feel like the divine masculine is still dealing with exes, still talking to their exes, or if it's not an ex, it's a third party that they brought into the relationship that is keeping them apart. Take it to the next level. What are you waiting for? You must always be continuously working at taking your relationship to the next level if you don't want things to stagnate and eventually fall apart. That's for the divine masculine. I feel like the divine masculine put like a halt to everything. They put a halt to it, didn't want things to move forward, and it talks about allowing this relationship to unfold naturally over here, and I feel like the divine masculine wasn't allowing that natural flow of events. He was halting it. Too concerned with finding love, let love find you. Careful not to try to turn every first date into an opportunity, expecting every coffee meeting to turn into marriage proposal, and ignore the red flags. Let them take the wheel. Step back and let them take the wheel. Trust that they are taking you where you want to go. Show them you have faith in their relationship decisions too. There has to be equal give and take in the relationship. Yeah, I also feel like there's just something secretive. Like when I see this, with all this releasing your ex, separation, the past, there, again, I feel like on the masculine side, there is, I don't want to say that there's a secret love affair, but there are secrets that the masculine is holding on to that he's not been open with his feminine about. And that is why he continuously puts a halt to them growing, expanding, moving forward, going to the next level. Maybe he's been cheated on. But you still have to continuously believe in love. You can't hold somebody else accountable for what somebody else did to you. Let's see what the angels have to say. Oh, okay. That was easy. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. And that's the thing. You got to have a friendship. Otherwise, if there's no trust in this connection and you're not communicating, you're not opening up, you're not being forthright, I feel like the feminine has got it down, but the masculine, balance. Love is not all about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. There has to be balance. There has to be give and take on both sides of the relationship. It has to unfold naturally. If you are constantly trying to put the brakes on and you are not allowing the other person to tell you how they feel, or, okay, for instance, I was talking to someone recently, and anytime that I would put something out there, he wasn't picking up on it. And he was pushing back on me. And I would say, okay, let's see each other at this time. And then I would get a message from him saying, oh, okay, right, like at the time that we're supposed to hang out, something came up. I was distracted by something that he shouldn't have been distracted by. And I was like, you know what? I just can't do this. If those little things continuously arise, which it was more often than not, and it was like every single time, and I was like, you know what? Like, you don't have time. If you can't value a person's time, which is free, then I can't be a part of any of this. And that was hard for me, because it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means that there was that control. And maybe it was a subconscious control of, I'm going to rebel if somebody tells me to do something, whether that be consciously or subconsciously. It was almost like their way of being able to control the situation and show where you had no power. And I realized that, like, right off of like, wait a minute, you're making it very clear that I have no power in any of this. And I'm not going to be able to get past that, and you're going to control it, and therefore I have to opt out. Because we all have a vision. We all have a vision of the way things, and of course those visions are not going to 110% play out. But if they're not even 1% playing out, you got to make your judgment calls at that point. Because again, the right one, whether it be this person or not, will get the cues and either step up to the plate and realize their role in it, or the divine feminines, like for me, my prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will bring the right person to me, and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. Especially, when we've been single for a really long time, we're all playing for keeps. And if you're not seeing growth in a relationship, especially right now, because we're all being tested, we have to pull our energy back and go, okay, this isn't working. I've seen this scenario before, and I'm not willing to go into it again. It's a test. All right. Any other last pieces of advice for this? Wow. Leg up. So it's the number 34. Let's see what it says in the relationship. 34. Relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as much as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, there it is, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. People are here right now to give us a leg up. And if we are going to be coming into union with our divine counterpart, we need to know that we can actually have open lines of communication. Hear the birds? Hear the birds? We need to be able to have those open lines of communication. We need to be able to open up to our partner and say, hey, I'm going through this right now, and not keep it all bottled up inside of ourselves and feel like we have to go at it alone. This is not the way it is. That was the past. That's the way things were in the past. In this new found freedom in relationships, we are creating something that is brand new. Not like any other relationship. And adjustments are required. We need to adjust our perspective in relationships and realize that there is this such thing as equal give and take. I give, you give. I give, you give. It's not I give, I give, I give, I give, then maybe you give. Like for me as a Virgo, I've done that. I've been of service. I have given so much of myself where I've ended up in project relationships where I end up fixing them up for someone else. No, we're all playing for keeps now, and we have to make sure that whatever we're doing, whatever it is that we are calling in, these people are understanding of our beliefs. And recognize that, yes, we may be different, but we can also integrate those differences to come together as one. Opposites do really attract because we can teach each other something about life. But if you are so dogmatic about your belief systems and you're so dogmatic about your upbringing, divine masculine, and you're not open and willing to learn something new, that's where you're going to end up blocking yourself off. You're going to have to adjust accordingly because the times have changed and nothing is the same anymore. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in personal reading, all my information is in the description box down below. You guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. I love you all so very much. Don't forget to check me out over on Facebook and Instagram. You guys, beautiful reading here today. Lots of tests, lots of lessons. You're calling in your soulmate. Whether it be this person, this divine masculine, if he's willing to get his shit together and step up to the plate so that he is able to take it to the next level, because I do feel this divine masculine does see this divine feminine as someone who is very empowering, somebody who is very sexy, somebody who is very alluring, and somebody that they could marry, but are they going to step up to the plate and make that happen? We'll see. Take care, guys.